Okay, I think we're live now. Morning, everyone. This is Raoul, Thomas, and Mason. We're gonna run the stand-up for this morning. Sam is not available to do it. So, yeah, updates from my end. I was able yesterday to merge in Sam Pretty's pull request to staging, although I had a bit of an issue. Well, a slight inattention. I created the pull request against the wrong branch, but I fixed that later on. So I will push that change to production during the course of today. Yeah. Other than that, nothing major to report from my side in terms of Asia Ventures, and no blockers on my end. Thomas?
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to the refugee tech meeting we have planned for half past 7 p.m. UTC. Yes, yes, 7:30 UTC. So yeah, that's going to be good. We have some user stories and some features done and written up in Tracker, which is a good thing, and it's going to be time to do some actual coding. We're going to scaffold the Rails application today and set up some testing frameworks that we've spoken of. We're going to do acceptance tests in Cucumber and unit tests in RSpec. There's going to be some JavaScript testing. We are thinking about scaffolding. I'm thinking about scaffolding the Ionic application and set up. That's an Angular JS thing. So I'm thinking about setting up Protractor and Karma and Jasmine for the JavaScript testing on that platform as well. And we'll see. But it's going to be a productive meeting, hopefully.
So what time is the meeting again?
7:30 UTC PM.
7:30 UTC. Okay. I'll see if I can join in that meeting then. Probably.
Yeah, absolutely. And you too, Mazen, if you can. If you're not
Yes,
too
sure.
busy.
No, I will.
Then you can witness some remote pair programming, because we're gonna do the whole process of setting up the repositories,
Okay.
adding the remotes and stuff like that. So it's good.
Okay.
Yep.
Right.
That will be 8:30 our time, right?
8:30 our time.
Yeah.
8:30.
Okay.
Okay. Good. Anything blocking you at the moment, Thomas? Nothing?
Apart from human beings around me, no.
All right, cool. Mason, any updates from you?
Nothing actually related to Agile Venture. No, nothing.
Okay, cool. All right. I did request for some text update on the Slack channel. I don't know if we're gonna have some during this stand-up, but yeah. Is there anything else that we need to address maybe before?
No, we can do the feedback session.
Okay.
I'm open to feedback today.
You're open to feedback today. Let's see. Do we have any feedback for Thomas today? Yeah, I don't have any feedback.
You should have feedback for me. You should tell me not to swear so much.
Well, you haven't done that lately in any of our meeting. Oh, you did in the morning.
Well, I just did before we started this one.
Yeah, so you should try and avoid that then. Lower the level of swearing.
Okay, so I'm gonna counter you. I'm gonna counter your feedback. So actually, I love to swear. I think swearing is good for me because it release a lot of tensions. And instead of being upset about things, I just get it off my chest. And the swearing, the words are liberating. They're colorful descriptions of my current mood, which often involve sexual intercourse. No, I'm kidding. No, but it's like but I think that, of course, I don't want to offend people, but I think that it's better to react rather than be to close my feelings in. And even though I try to be a gentleman sometimes, I not always succeed, and I think sometimes swearing is okay.
Oh, we
And
have Sam
Sam is
joining
here.
us.
Hey guys.
Sam,
Hey Sam.
what's
How are
up?
you doing, Sam?
Not bad, not bad. Yeah, just dropped my kids off at school, saw that Raoul had started the stand-up, so I thought I'd jump in. I just got back. Yeah,
Yeah,
how's it going?
we're doing our
We're already doing the feedback session.
Oh, okay, all right, yeah. The time I said something interesting, some swearing. We're talking about swearing is appropriate?
Yeah, well,
Yeah, we're
Well,
asking Thomas to stop swearing a lot.
Okay.
and I said I won't, actually. I said that swearing is liberating for me. It allows me to lose some tension, and it's a balance, you know. I don't want to offend people, of course, but I also need to take inner, you know, well-being. So I don't want to hold a grudge against the world. I want to let it out as soon as possible, and and swearing helps me with it because it's a colorful description of my current, at that time, feelings.
I see.
All right.
I don't know if that's. I don't even believe in this myself, so I'm just talking.
Well, it's an interesting point of view. Yes. What's the? I mean, are we carrying on with the feedback session, or what's the context that we're in now?
Maybe what we can do is perhaps take your updates and then continue with the feedback station later on.
Sorry, say that again, Raoul. Maybe we can.
I was saying that maybe we can get quickly your updates and then finish up with the feedbacks.
Okay, yeah. Update from me is, what's going on? Well, yesterday we had a very good kickoff session with local support, very well attended, great discussion. You know, plan for the week, voted on the stories. I'm just thinking to maybe pass that video on to the Met Plus people. It's one of the things that Joao was saying. It's like, how do we do a kickoff session, or what's this anyway? Documentation there. So yeah, that's good. Things basically under control. I feel like I need to catch up with website 1 today. Maybe coordinate. Look at the board, and yeah, got to release the MOOC material. But yeah, that's pretty much the update from me. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Thank you. So, if there's nothing else, I don't have any more feedback for you, Thomas.
Okay.
Mazen,
All right.
do you have any feedback for Thomas?
Nope.
Sam?
Well, I mean, if we're on the topic of swearing, that just you know, it reminds me of interactions with. I mean, I think Thomas swears much less than he used to do. So I think I'd like
really?
I'd like to compliment Thomas on how he's dialed back on the internal anger and how he's much more reasoned and calm when he deals with people in the majority of cases. But yeah, it's a very interesting question there about, you know, we can't change other people's behavior. I think you know, the important thing is for, you know, swearing does make some people feel uncomfortable. I think it's important for them to be able to say it, and I think it's also important for people to be able to say, well, this is how I express myself, and you know, everybody to know how each other feels. That's the most important thing, I would say.
Okay. Cool.
All right.
All
So,
right.
but I just have to say that, you know, that my amount, the level of my swearing doesn't necessarily reflect the level of my inner anxiety. You know, I might still feel a lot of things, but I just try to avoid venting them in the wrong places.
Yes, well, I think it's very important to have an avenue for venting, and if we need more venting support for Thomas, I think that's something we can put some resources into. So just, you know,
Good. That was okay to hear. All right.
All right. Anyone else need feedback?
Nope.
I'm definitely open for feedback if anybody wants to give it.
I think it's a great. I have feedback for you. I think it's a great thing that you're involved in your kids. You know, everyday life, like dropping them off to school, karate, and you know, I believe you take time off from Agile Ventures on weekends to focus on your family. I think keeping that balance is an admirable thing. It's you know, so I salute you.
Good stuff, sir. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think it's family first. It's a balance. It's a balance. I mean,
it's not family first. It's like coding first, but family is actually.
Well, that's the thing. Is that, to be honest, you know, second for second, the thing that I do enjoy the most is coding. I mean, I'm kind of really focused on this kind of, you know, I want to be a good father, and I want to, you know, And I do enjoy, spending time with my kids and so on. But I do love coding. I do love coding. I love coding. But I in the part, I know that if I code at the weekends, it's a slippery slope. And it's frustrating with that dimension because I know a lot of people are free at the weekend. But at the same time, I think it's important for me not to. One of the things that I think I've learned is, working at Makers Academy and other places, is in some ways it's important not to do too much. If you're there all the time and in everybody's face all the time, that can be. While that's reassuring for some people, it can be too much for others. So I think creating spaces where I think it's great that Raoul's running the stand-up this morning. I really appreciate that. So,
all right, good stuff.
Great. Any feedback for me? I'm open for feedback.
I just want to say, thanks for running the stand-up. I guess just you and I should coordinate on website one. Had you said to Michael that you were going to review his pull request yesterday? Did you manage to get to it?
Yeah, I'm gonna pull the code today and run it locally and see what if it's doing what it was supposed to do.
Okay.
So, but yesterday what I did is I merged Sam Pretty's code to staging.
Yes, I saw
that. I'm just gonna push it up to production in a few, probably after the stand-up now.
Well, that sounds good. Yeah, well, I guess my feedback to you would be let's for example, I think maybe Michael and I thought that maybe that you were going to look at the code today for Michael's so yesterday, and kind of maybe at the end of the stand-up you said like something like, oh, I'll look at that today, and then you didn't get to it, and that's absolutely fine. I guess what I would say is that if you find yourself in a situation where you can't, just push it off to me, because I could have spent more time looking at it yesterday, but I was kind of holding off because I thought that you were going to look at it.
I was going to look at it, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, and in fact, if you're going to do the push to staging now, I could look at this now, or we could even look at it to push production, look at it together. It's forgive me for pulling in. Well, Thomas has already said he's open for feedback. It's something that I have had conversations with Thomas before. Is I think in general when we're coordinating, if we're saying that we're going to do something, it's perfectly good not to do it because everybody, stuff happens. But I think then at that time when it seems like it's getting pushed off, if one lets the other stakeholders know, then that helps them, just sort of
make other decisions. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think is there, forgive me, like I know Thomas, you can maybe comment on this as well. Is there sometimes a reticence to tell people that something is being pushed off because you feel a little bit like, oh no, I said I was going to do this, and, you feel a little bit kind of like, oh well, I should do this, but then you kind of. Is that in there at all, or am I imagining it?
No. Actually, so it's not that because I'm, afraid to say that I cannot do it. It's just because I forget.
Right. Yeah.
So it really, to be honest, I just kind of, and I'm just really ashamed afterwards, and but then I forget to say I'm sorry because so I just forget about stuff. So it's not like I don't give a shit. I just forget.
Oh no, I know that, and I know that Thomas, you're extraordinarily busy. I just know there's occasions where I think we can all do that. We can all do that. It's. I mean, I think Raoul, you hadn't even made a particularly strong commitment, so it's almost like it's sort of even seems trivial to sort of focus on this. But I think particularly when we're working in this sort of loose collaborative structure, whenever there's something that we thought we were going to have time to do, if we let people up, I think that will help us all coordinate.
Yeah, definitely. So I take note of that. Actually, what happened yesterday is that when I started merging some pretty thing, I made a slight mistake, and it kind of like threw me off afterwards. So I was like trying to fix that, and later on, I went to bed forgetting that I was supposed to review the Michael's pull request. So that's actually what happened. But yeah.
Yes, and that makes perfect sense, and that's absolutely what happens. And I think you get into one thing that seems like it's not going to be very much, and so there's it's very easily done. Yeah. So no problem at all there.
I'll definitely take note of that for future. Make sure I communicate. Yeah.
Good stuff. And Gail has joined us. Welcome, Gail.
Hello, Gail. Can you hear us?
I think his network might be frozen connection there. It looks like the video.
Well, while we waited for Gail to set up his audio, I'm just saying that I had similar feedback for you, Raoul. So I'm whatever. But we can discuss if there are some Craft Academy things on that, but basically it's
Thomas?
We might be losing Thomas there. It's just a shame. I may need to just step out now myself, Raoul. Raoul, are you free after?
Yeah.
Do you want to look at the website one together, or have you got to go off now?
We can look at that now if you have some time.
Yeah, I mean, if you, I'm gonna go. I think we're done with the stand-up, maybe.
Yeah, we're done with the stand-up, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna stop the
If you
broadcast
want,
now.
if you want to start a hangout in 5,